Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Into the Breach. We're playing as a Steel Judoka, and we had two very slow missions last episode, but it went pretty well. Except that I realized, like, I'm kind of an idiot. I forgot to install the reactor core that I fought so hard to protect in that first mission. I was just so caught up in how long it had taken, how hard the mission had been, that I forgot we had a reward to install. And so now we have two, when, like, having another one would have been real nice in that last mission. Turned out I was a genius and able to perfect the mission with no damage even without that reactor core, but imagine if we'd had another, huh? Alright, so first thing we do is don't put any in this mech. Jeez. Alright, how about the other two? Who needs reactor power? Oh, I also want to note that this was finally, the Vec Hormones upgrade was very, very useful in the last mission, alright? We used it several times, and like, it mattered a lot that it was +2 damage instead of +1. At least once, probably more than once, but I don't remember for sure. So that's cool. Just, we invested in this a long time ago, and it like never really paid off that much, and the last mission felt good because I was able to do it. And then finally, so like, still have the question of where do we put the power? And I'm thinking just upgrade some moves maybe on this guy? And maybe give him some health as well? But if I'm going to do that, maybe I should take the extra damage on our missile? Because being able to do one extra damage to everything we hit, like, that's pretty good. I think that that's probably better than giving this guy both of the basic upgrades, is powering his weapon up even more. Alright, we'll do that. Moving on. So we can kill 7 enemies. There are tidal waves. Protect the power generator. This seems manageable. Or we have this restoration center, which should be quite easy. I think I will go for the storage vaults. We should be pretty adept at pushing guys into water, and there's a lot of water. I think a cramped combat environment should benefit the Steel Judoka. By the way, how are our achievements going? 4 enemies die from enemy fire, block 5 damage. I should try to like keep an eye on that, but... Okay, what do we got? 3, look at this, they're all alphas. Look how easy it is to tell that. Alright, 3 moves, 2 moves, 3 moves. So they can't get very close. But I don't know how exactly that should influence my decisions. Let's place the artillery mech here. Actually, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Right? He can get all the way to the back rank if he needs to get to, like, well, actually, he only has 4 moves. It might be better to put him here, so that he can get all the way back to the A file if he really needs to deal with, like, say this digger burrows himself in next to the city on A4. And finally, I don't know, Science Mech here? He's not going to be able to pull anyone, but hopefully his, you know, polarity reverser here, the confused shot, will be useful. There. No time pod. Oh well. So, what can I do here? One thing that's obviously promising is to use my judo powers to move the digger to E5, where the firefly would kill him. We would take 1 damage, but that's not a huge deal, because he would attack first. We could use that if we also put the Scion onto a square that is adjacent to E5. We can kill the Scion in that way as well. And it blocks this Alpha Firefly by having him kill the Digger instead. So we sort of have a plan that kills these two and deals with the Firefly. We don't actually have to deal with the Scarab at all if we don't want to. He isn't doing anything. Well, wait a minute. I said that we would just get the Scion adjacent to E5. Oh, I can do that. I can come up here. No, because I have a mech standing on this tile. So the only square adjacent that you could consider getting the guy to would be F4. I see, which is fine. Vec can't afford to stand here because they'll drown. But it's not water yet. I can stand there and get dunked next turn, but who cares? I'll just get out of the water. So we pull the Scion in like this, judo this guy into the way, and I have free reign with my artillery mech to do something with this scarab. I'm thinking just back up all the way to here and push him, dealing 2 damage. If I do that, he won't attack anything. Yes, he would be attacking D6, which we don't have any units on. Alternatively, I could try to do some damage to this Alpha Firefly. Maybe that's a better use of resources, because if I move all the way back to here, then I can defeat the Scion in the usual way while also doing some damage to the Firefly. Then I don't need the Digger to defeat the Scion. And importantly, I don't need to pull the Scion to cause it to be targeted. However, I'm not really doing anything with the Scarab in this line. So I guess this is the trade-off of I can do 2 damage to the Scarab or 2 damage to the Firefly, but I can't really afford to do both. Can I? Maybe I can. Because what I could do... I mean, these guys are all clumped up together, right? I could hit the Scion as well while I do all this, and not count on the Firefly to kill anything. One obvious problem with this is that then the Scarab is attacking a building when I push him to the B file. I also lose the ability to kill this Digger? Right? The only way I actually have to kill him is to keep the Firefly aiming at him. So I think I have to not damage the Scarab because it would also kill the Firefly, whom I need. Well, do I need him though? I can kill the Firefly, or I can have the Firefly kill the Digger. Those are sort of equivalent to my point of view. I'd in fact rather keep the Firefly alive, because he's sort of easier to deal with than a Digger is. So I like not drowning the Firefly. It also gets me a bit closer to the achievement for killing 4 enemies with enemy fire. There's some like we're getting 2 this mission, right? There's some chance that we could do something useful there. So what was this line? It was to come here and pull the Scion into the Digger's way. Judo the Digger over here, and then just do 3 damage like this to the Scarab, right? Although back up first. Yeah. That seems alright. We have the Scarab and the Firefly still both alive, but the Scarab's almost dead, and the Firefly is not that hard to deal with. And we're taking 1 damage on the Judo mech, which is not that big a deal. Oh! He can move! Man, I am never ever gonna get used to that. Okay, so I could block a spawn, buy me time to deal with these guys. I don't know that I really need that time. But I guess... Yeah, I'm gonna not block that spawn. Where do I want to stand, though? Let's get far back to block him so he can't go anywhere interesting. And maybe I'll have a chance to throw him into the water. Whoever spawns. That's 2 down. Good start. Alright, that guy's gonna drown himself. Fine with me. Although... there's something to be said for trying to get them to drown to kill each other, I guess. Right? No, because... I was thinking, is there some clever way I can get the centipede to spit acid on the scarab or something, but these guys are both dying anyway. I would like to do this, because this is the first battle where I've got a good start on it. On the other hand, this is a short battle. I didn't realize it. It's only 3 turns, not the usual 4, so... it's gonna be a bit tricky to get them to kill each other, I guess. I suppose that I could get this scarab and the centipede both on the C file so that the centipede kills the scarab. It involves leaving the centipede alive, where I would sort of prefer to kill him, but I think it's worth it to try for the achievement. I think we're okay, and we have some room to play around with in this battle. In terms of actually needing to survive it, I think we're doing fine. We can afford to be a bit reckless. Yeah. What am I doing with the judo mech? I guess just deploying the tank. And then we have to kill 2 enemies next turn. Hopefully one of them with another enemy. So that means we definitely should not block any spawns. Because if one enemy is going to kill another enemy, there need to be 2 enemies alive when the enemy turn starts. Which means there need to be at least 3 on the field if I'm going to kill one of them before that happens. Okay, so we're not blocking spawns this turn. It sort of seems clear to, like, pull this guy to here. Artillery pushing the centipede onto C2. And then with the judo mech, there's nothing critical to do, so deploy the push tank and try to get it somewhere good. Yep, I'll take it. I don't know where somewhere good is. But I'm thinking maybe if we, like... we could try to really hem these guys in, couldn't we? Ah, no, because they can still move through this centipede. I was thinking if we put something here, they would not be able to maneuver next turn. But they can always just walk through the centipede. Which I guess means... I don't know. Let's just deploy the tank somewhere on interesting. From here, it can reach most of the operational theater. Oh, that's right. Archimedes can move again. So we could do something like this. Keeps the enemies pretty well penned in. I could kill the centipede if I wanted, but I don't. Oh yeah, 3 damage. They do so much to each other. Alright, an alpha centipede. That's the sort of monster you might be able to use to kill other enemies. Okay, so we're gonna get the kill on this... on this alpha... on this firefly. He's just gonna drown. And so the question is... Can we... Hang on, we are now at 3, right? Yeah. The only enemy... There's no way that the normal centipede can kill the alpha, but the inverse is quite possible. I think. Oh, but the problem is the regular centipede is attacking first. So, okay, if I want the centipede to be killed by the alpha centipede, the centipede has to be closer to the buildings, right? Well, that's not quite true. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can actually do this. Who has the reversing ray? Oh, it's this guy. Is that okay? So what I'm thinking is, I could move the alpha centipede to be in front of this centipede somehow or other, and also reverse him. I can't afford to attack the ordinary centipede with, say, my artillery, but I can attack the alpha centipede. Yeah, so here, okay, I think this is the answer. I can use my artillery to push the alpha centipede forward, and then actually this just kills the alpha centipede, doesn't it? We do this. And then the normal centipede will deal 3 damage to him, and that's it. This extra 2 damage makes a big difference. Okay, cool. I was thinking that I would need to use a reversing switch to get the alpha centipede to return fire on the ordinary centipede. I made a fire here. That means that if I push this guy here, they won't attack each other because one of them will die before the attacks start. Okay, but there's still a solution, which is this. Because we've dealt 2 damage to the alpha and determined it's now sufficient to just pull the alpha in front of the regular one, here is an okay spot for that to happen. And let's get out of the way with that. Is there... Who needs XP? Archimedes does, but he can't really get it very easily. Alright, I'll just... I don't know. End turn. Double check, double check, double check. We're gonna kill this enemy and this enemy. We will reach the achievement by this enemy killing this enemy. Attack order confirms... All is well. End turn. Yay, we did it. Oh, we got grid defense. How nice. And we get one more mission before we do corporate HQ. Defend the train. Are we well cut out? These both seem doable. Of course, like, reputation stars are better than power, so if we can do this, I would prefer to. The question is, can we? Is our squad set up well to do this? I don't know. Maybe. Is this easier? If it is, I think we should take it to try to ensure the perfect. Defend the train is only 3 turns, but there's a lot of enemies. And unless we can find ways to make them kill each other, we don't really have the resources to do everything that we need to do. And I don't know that we can guarantee that we'll have that. On the other hand, like, I don't think we have that guarantee here either. But I guess keeping the volatile Vec alive means there will be an enemy available to attack other enemies. You know, that's something. We could do this. Just go for the easy one with air support. To try to guarantee the perfect. I don't like it, but I think it might be the most judicious play. Judicious might not be the right word there, but you know what I mean. The most, it might be appropriate to be cautious here, I guess is what I'm saying. Give up on 2 reputation stars that we might get from this. Like, this is sort of 4 reputation stars if we can secure it, but if we can't, it's just 1. Whereas this is like almost certainly 2. Also, it might be 0, not 1. And this is like maybe 3. I don't know. I don't feel that confident in our squad. Like, we did the last couple missions pretty well. Maybe just the last one. Last 2 missions, but they were quite hard. And I might have had... Things might have gone just a little bit differently. I think I'm going to do the easy one. Just be conservative. We're in a good position. Let's try to stay that way. You know, this game is hard enough. Wow, a non-alpha. It's been a while since we saw one of those. Okay. Nice that there's some water here to pull guys into. I appreciate that a lot. Just keep artillery in the back. Should be well positioned. Yeah. Go here. No, go here. I don't know. Air support. Oh my goodness, you're the best air support. Oh my god, please guys, please. You're embarrassing me. Wow. What a play you guys are making here. These 2 are dead, obviously. I can't pull this guy into the water very easily, but I can push him. Yeah, okay, so what we'll do is this. I want an artillery here on B3, pushing the centipede into the water, but that would damage the building. So first, I'm going to use the judo mech. Nope. Should I use the judo mech? Maybe I should deploy the light tank instead. I think I'll use the judo mech because it gets me a little bit of extra distance, which I can use to drown this last threat and actually get all the enemies off the screen this turn. Hang on. Before I do that, let's move back here so that we are in position to pull the Scorpion after we judo him. Alright, and block a spawn? I think so. I don't know. Do I think so? On the one hand, it seems like we could keep a lid on the Vec for a very, very long time and maybe just have them never appear. On the other, like, we can deal with two Vec right now, so why not do it? Yeah. You guys sure you don't want to walk into the air support? So here's another easy answer. We'll just dump this guy into the water. And I think, again, we're not going to deploy the tank just yet. Just toss this guy into the air support area. I could deploy the tank if I were willing to spend Archimedes' move on it also. Ah, which, because Archimedes can move after attacking, I should do. So let's, yeah. Let's come back here and deploy the movement tank to behind the centipede so that I can easily push him into something. Or actually, let's yeah, I guess we'll just push him into the water here and block these two spawns. So Archimedes being able to move didn't actually matter. Well, so far this mission's been a breeze. I think we got lucky in a lot of ways, but that's fine. Sometimes you get lucky. So I'm thinking we judo him up to F3 and then use something, either Archimedes or my artillery, to push him into the water. I guess the artillery can do it since he doesn't have anything better to do. Actually, yeah. Yeah, we do want to drown him. And let's just block one more spawn with this little tank. Being able to take out all 4 enemies on the first turn really helped maintain control so that we could do pretty much whatever we want. All of these turns have been super easy. Everyone's, oh, you got grid defense, great. Not great, it's bad. But alright, fine, I guess. You know, nothing I could have done about it. Down they go, nice and easy. Well, I mean, we took the easy one, and it was easy, but I don't know, like, the shields didn't actually help, and there were the ordinary number of enemies. I think, like, the fact that it's easy just means there's shields. I would gladly have taken this mission without the shields, and with another objective or something, maybe. I don't know. The air support was really what did it. Even though we only used it once, it helped a lot in that time. Alright, let's destroy 5 goos. Sure, I think we're pretty well positioned to deal with goo. And just the 1 alpha. That's nice. Artillery has 4 moves. I think actually it's better to put the artillery here and just let him cover the 5th rank. I don't know where to put anyone, honestly. Here's hoping. The artillery is going to be key in dealing with all these goos, though, I suspect. Oh, that's good. This attack actually does do nothing. I've often claimed that about centipedes when them attacking the edge of the map is actually a problem, but here it's fine. In fact... Oh, I was thinking we could do something like this. Causing the centipede to kill the goo. But that would be a problem because the goo acts first and would kill our Judomech. Or I guess nearly kill it. He would take only 3 damage plus 1 from this. So like that wouldn't be the end of the world. And it would be because he'd take splash acid from this and then he wouldn't have armor when this stacked him, and yeah, not so great. Okay, so judoing him doesn't seem like the best approach. What if... Well, we do want to get started on killing goos. I'm just not sure how to do it. And we have the Alpha Scorpion to deal with, of course. I'd also like to deploy my push tank this turn if I can, just because it gets another thing going and makes the rest of the turns of the battle stronger. So the thing is that when they do this, they move. So I can't just push him onto D3 and let him be attacked by the Firefly, much as I would like to do that. Oh. Oh, this is cool. So I had thought about a plan like this, right? And that was a problem because my Judomech would be in the way and get eaten. But I could after judoing him here, I could do something that would get my Judomech out of the way somehow. Then he would lunge forward and then get shot by the Firefly, destroying the goo. He wouldn't be blocking a spawn anymore. That's not actually doing as many things as I thought it was. This centipede is a problem because I would love to judo something into his path, but if I do, then the Judomech will also take damage. So, maybe I should use my artillery to push the centipede back. That doesn't help at all. What am I talking about? He'll still be attacking at the same tile. If I pushed him to the side, that would be another matter, but then I'd have to get the enemy over, you know, so... What if I did a reversing switch on the goo and made him attack, say, the Alpha And then pull the Scorpion, somehow get the Scorpion onto F3. Which I guess would have to be by shooting it with artillery. And then flip the attack of this guy so that he attacks the Scorpion. That's an interesting idea. It doesn't start on killing the goo is my main problem with that idea. I guess we set the goo on fire, actually, which is something. If we judo him into E3. But we're still left with several enemies on the screen. The centipede, the firefly, the goo, and whatever spawns out of E1. Oh! I don't have to judo him at all. I can just hit him with a reversing switch. Then he'll move himself onto D3. And then the firefly will shoot him and he'll die. That's the science mech taking care of the goo all by himself, leaving my other guys with the opportunity to be more creative. Creative how, you may ask? I have an idea. My thinking is as follows. Judo flip this guy onto E3, damaging him, setting him on fire, and thereby getting the centipede to kill him. Now this has a problem, which is that it's attacking my judo mech, right? And we would gain acid, which we don't want. Oh. If I do this, the goo will be killed on turn 3. And therefore not be around to block the attack of the firefly necessarily. Who's shooting on 4. So, I think I will redeploy Archimedes to D5 after he does his important work. To soak up that shot in case it does get through. Anyway, having done this, I don't want to get acid on my judo mech, so I'll use artillery to hit E3, where the Scorpion is now standing, pushing the centipede back onto E1, blocking the spawn and killing the centipede, and pushing my judo mech out of the way after receiving only 1 damage. I think this is a very good play. I finally found it. So we're going to do this. Flip him around. Now he's going to move there. And we judo this guy. And I think I still want to be on the E file / the 4th rank. Both are fine. So, 5th rank, I mean. So I'll just do this. And now Archimedes is free as insurance to block this shot. There's some chance that I won't need to. When the goo dies, it splits, and I don't know where it splits to, but it might split to D4, and then I wouldn't need to block. But this is the insurance policy to ensure we take no grid damage. Ah, their numbers changed because there's fire damage now. I was like, did we kill something? No. Alright, end turn. Alright, that all went pretty much as planned. Oh, except we didn't block that spawn because the goo died, I forgot. Didn't we kill the scorpion? Yes, we did kill the scorpion. This is a new one. Got it. One damage blocked. Alright. So my siege mech is not in a happy place. But if we can get him to move, then this goo will jump into the way and then be killed by the Alpha Scorpion. Okay. What else do I need to do? So it's seeming like I should pull my siege mech out of harm's way. And then something like firing artillery on E4, I'm thinking. Killing this goo. And with our spare time, I could judo this guy into the fire, blocking a spawn. No, we need this guy. He's doing important work, killing a goo. Okay. I could judo the Firefly onto E2, which will block the spawn and kill him at the end of the turn, and deal 3 damage to the Alpha Firefly so that we can kill him later if we need to. And we pop open both goos as well. That seems alright. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't kill the Firefly. Maybe I should just kill another goo. Right? There'll be fewer enemies to deal with next turn this way? Ah, and the goo only has 1 health, which means that I can kill it with a tank, pushing it into the fire instead of having to spend my judo mech on it. This way I get the tank developed for the next 2 turns. Archimedes is available to move, but I don't know where to put him. Let's say here? A bit more central. I feel like the last couple of combats have been going really well in terms of getting enemies to kill each other, and I'm not sure why. Like, have we gotten better? Have I become a better player? Have we gotten better equipment? It could be any of these things, or none of them. Could just be random luck. Who knows? We haven't done any damage to this Alpha Scorpion, which is kind of a bummer. But we can just push the 2 goos into each other, which is nice. So, it would be sufficient to use my pull to knock the 2 slimes together, to push this Centipede, so he's not attacking Corporate HQ, but instead attacking the Firefly. Get out of the Firefly's way. Or maybe don't get out of the Firefly's way, because I need to target G4 somehow. And I don't really want to set myself on fire to do it. I'd rather just take 1 damage than take fire damage. Well, I guess it's about the same thing, right? The fire damage is 1 damage. When does fire damage apply to me? I guess it applies at the end of my turn, right? So I would take 2, so that's no good. Anyway, after pushing this guy out of the way so that he kills the Firefly, we can... I guess I don't even need to use my artillery to do that, right? If I've pushed the Centipede up to F4, then F3 is available for my Judo Mech to come in and toss the Alpha Scorpion into the acid, after which we could attack him by artillery fire against E4? Well, similar problem, I guess. No, because I'll have... I can't reach that spot. Okay, let's move everyone except the Siege Mech, because I'm like a little bit dumb. The other thing is I could just judo this guy down like so. Hang on, he's got acid already? Slow down, slow down. We could artillery D3 instead of E4 once we've got the guy standing here, and that will kill him. Yes. Very good. Alright, so this is the plan then. Bonk those guys together. Sidestep. Well, let's judo first. We're gonna take 1 damage on the Judo Mech, I guess, from the collision. Oh well. The Judo Mech can take it more easily than my artillery can. So next turn we have just the Centipede and whatever spawns. Oh, why did I walk into the acid? Oh my god. It's bright purple. It's fine. It was on a mech who could afford the damage, but it was just a dumb play. I was just centralizing because it was generally a good idea, but not because it was actually a good idea in this case. So I think that this is lethal. Yeah, everyone dies this way. Great. Let's do it then. Cool. Everyone repair up, please. And you, I don't know, go push a rock. Good work. So it is possible to be on fire and in acid at the same time. Good to know. End turn. Whew. A good third island. Definitely improved our strength quite a bit here. With 2 reactor cores, 6 rep, a perfect, and some grid defense. And we got an achievement for rescuing civilians. How amazing. So what is this? A shield array. Apply a shield to nearby tiles. Uses 1. Well, the confused shot is not amazing, but it has been helping. I think I should probably just take the pilot. I don't think I've actually unlocked this guy even, so that's another good reason to do it. Henry Kwan. Mech can move through enemy units. I think I will take that. Yep, I had indeed not unlocked him before. And what are we going to buy from the shop? The Prime could gain a rock launcher. Do I have any open slots? I don't. I would have to unequip something to add a new weapon. So I probably won't do any unlocking, just take a bunch more reactor cores, but let's have a look. I mean, rock launcher is a good weapon. You know, we have enough power that I could consider cross-class weapon equipping on my science mech, something like this, if I wanted to. If I felt it was better than the Confuse. But I'm not sure it is. The Confuse is, like, pretty good for the Steel Judoka, getting them to attack each other. This is a way of manipulating enemies that I don't have access to otherwise. So I think it's useful to keep. All pilots survive death, costs of power, I don't want to do that. Pushes all units in a line, that's interesting. Huh. So he takes 2 damage from the one in the middle is taking 2 damage because he's being pushed into something and something's being pushed into him at the same time. Interesting. That's a pretty cool one. But I think I'm happy with what my science mech has already. Yeah, you get bonuses from the Vex Ion, no thanks. Alright, so we're just gonna buy... What am I gonna do with Henry Kwan? That's what I want to know. I think my existing pilots are better than he is, so I should just sell him and buy 2 grid power after all. I don't want to go to the effort of, like, trying to power him up. Well, do I? Right now, I don't have a named pilot with 2 useful skills. Archimedes' grid defense is not a useful skill. I would rather train up someone better to send through the next timeline. At the moment, Archimedes is being useful. And he's a good hero, right? It's just like, this guy could be better. Being able to move through enemy units is, like, pretty good. I don't know even exactly which of my mechs that would be most useful on. I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep it simple. My pilots right now are pretty okay. And I'll just sell Henry to get, like, some more grid defense. You know, actually, I'm going to keep him as insurance in case a pilot dies, is what I'm going to do. Because the 2 grid defense, like, barely matters at all. And having a pilot to spare might matter. Most of my mechs have all the power they need, with the exception of the Judo mech, who could stand to have some more. We'll give the tank a little extra health. And the Judo mech, I don't really go for this attacking. You don't have time to make allies immune to being attacked. Like, you don't have time to attack allies generally. So I'm just gonna take +1 move, and that's that. If we do another island, we can get more reactor cores and maybe give the mech some damage as well, which would be astonishingly good. You know, maybe just 1 more reactor core would do it if I depowered these 2. Or I could swap this guy in. Depower this to let... No. Alright. I think we're fine for now. Still don't really know whether I'm going to do the 4th island or just go to the final battle. Stay tuned to find out, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.